Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here yet again with another very interesting video for you guys today. Now, before I get into anything regarding this video, as usual, I do want to let you guys know that the article in its entirety will be provided in the description down below for everybody to take a look at, just in case you guys are interested. Now, when it comes to this article that I do actually want to share with you guys today, I think that it quite possibly talks about some of the most disgusting Christians that I have ever heard about, to be honest with you guys. Now, what these people have done, according to this article, is absolutely disgusting, and this is a prime example of how not to be in society as we know it. Because it seems to me that these Christians within this article really have no problem trying to ruin the future of a student who decides to take it upon themselves to oppose their religious propaganda, and rightfully so. Because as far as I'm concerned, religion has no place in the public school system at all in any way, shape, or form. But a lot of these fundamentalist Christians really do not give a shit about that. They're going to twist the laws, they're going to break the Constitution down so that they can create these loopholes, if you will, so that they can implement this religious nonsense into the public school system, so that they can implement this religious nonsense in society as we know it. Now, when it comes to this article that I want to share with you guys again, I thought that I would read a part of this to you guys so that you can get a better idea of what is actually going on here. Now, the Friendly Atheist says, I've posted before about the Delta County School District in Colorado where a middle school gave away Bibles to children, a decision that led to satanic coloring books also being given away, much to the chagrin of local parents. Ann Lundman, who broke that story, now tells a much more heartbreaking one. It's about a recent graduate of Delta High School, Sydney Fisk. Sydney was one of those intelligent, rebellious students who knew that the promotion of religion and irrationality in her school was illegal. She dared to do something about it, and for speaking up, she was kicked right into the GPA. Sydney spoke out last October when her school brought in abstinence-only speaker Shelley Donahue, encouraging her friends to wear shirts with messages, I prefer science, real control is birth control, and I abstain from ideology on the day of her talk. She also wrote about the event for the school paper, noting that every slide contained a Christian cross. When another Christian speaker, Chad Williams, was invited to talk about drug abuse, Sydney asked him point blank what his qualifications were, since his memoir was mostly about his conversion to Christianity. Afterwards, her teacher, Mr. Miller, reprimanded Sydney for daring to ask the question. But here's the real kicker. In April, her grade in student government plunged from 98 to a 70. Guess who her teacher was? Mr. Miller. Her student government teacher had given her failing grades for 3 solid months without telling her, and had waited until right before spring break to post them to her record all at once. She asked Mr. Miller why he suddenly started giving her F's, and he told Sydney that questioning authority and her attitude were the reasons for the low grades he had given her in student government. So instead of addressing these issues properly, these Christians that were involved with this situation chose to take a coward's way out of everything by trying to damage this young child's future because she opposed their ideology, and rightfully so. Because, like I have said many times before, and I will continue to say this, religion in its entirety has no place in the public school system. When individuals decide to take it upon themselves to oppose this religious nonsense, these Christians will continue to do whatever they can within their power to ruin these people's lives in some way. This is pathetic, and this is the type of thing that must be stopped. This is illegal. And this is another example of these Christians not taking the laws of this land seriously. Now, the good news is, guys, is that this student graduated from this worthless school, and she has a really good future ahead of her. And that's a good thing. You know, more people have to continue to rise up against this ideology when it is being implemented in the public school system. Otherwise, these Christians are going to continue to push the envelope. They're going to continue to see what they can actually get away with. In reality, this must be stopped. In reality, these people have to understand that they have to keep this ideology out of the public school system. Because in all actuality, it is literally robbing these innocent kids of an education. I have to be honest with you guys, when it comes to this particular situation, it makes me wonder about other Christians out there in the public school system that are not being challenged. I think that it's safe to say that in many cases, there are children who are afraid to oppose this ideology because of the backlash that they may get from teachers, from fellow students, etc., etc. This is the type of thing that I actually do want out in the open. I want people to be aware of these things. I want people to be aware of the fact that they do have a right to stand up against their teachers when they are breaking the law. They do have a right to call out their teachers when it comes to this ideology. They do have a right to put their teachers in their place, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm not saying that students should flat out disrespect teachers. I'm just saying that students out there have the right to inform their teachers that what they are doing is wrong when it comes to this ideology of theirs. Because this ideology is obsolete. Children are not going to learn a damn thing from this ideology. And like I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again, an ideology is not going to be beneficial to children as far as education is concerned. It is literally going to damage their education, but these Christians do not care because they continue to push the envelope again and again and again and again, because in many cases around this country, nothing is being done about it. They are actually getting away with the nonsense that they are pushing forth in society, that they are pushing forth in the public school system. This is sickening and it pisses me off. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Until next time, be safe, and I thank you all for watching.